One sacrifice that I personally had to make by moving here to do this work is there are not a lot of good jobs around here. I've had to really suffer through some real bad jobs just to stay here.
Most of the researchers I know are working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, taking care of their families.
It's like having 2 jobs. This is a full-time job you don't get paid for. You do it out of your own love for the work.
Even I gotta admit, I'm working 2 jobs right now. I'm doing as much as I can, and I can't do any more. And I got 1 book done, and then in the stage is about 4 or 5 other books, which are way behind schedule. But unfortunately, due to taxes, you got to have a house, a roof over your head first. 50s, 1910, 1960s. That is what I'm working on my 2-volume book for. That is 40-something years of work. That's another thing you got to realize in this field. You got to make $1 do the work of 10. Otherwise, I have seen researchers literally go financially belly up.
There's no huge funding courses. I've not got my MacArthur grant yet, So it's really about month to month living with the tension of, is my cryptozoological museum home going to be put under foreclosure? Am I going to keep the lights on? And so I think that's something, that's the underbelly of being a cryptozoologist that most people don't talk about, they don't know about. They really do this fantasy that, tomorrow I'm going to be in the newspaper, almost full page spread. Does that mean I'm wealthy? No, it just means that I have the ability, because I'm involved in an interesting subject, for people to want to write about me or, interview me for a couple seconds on a TV show.
With me now to bring Nessie out in the open, Loren Coleman, a cryptozoologist, which means he studies creatures that might not exist, and author of the Field Guide to Lake Monsters, Sea Serpents, and Other Mystery Denizens of the Deep.
These animals have been seen on land and crossing land. If we're talking about a breeding population, they could be breeding in the oceans, and it's not necessarily a landlocked prehistoric
And I write
monster.
a blog now, I write articles, I write columns in magazines, and I do an occasional book to try to get money in, but it comes in lump sums. Publishing is not what it used to be. I need some support to pay the rent. I'm 3 months behind in the mortgage right now, and I don't know where it's coming from.
There's not a whole lot of federal funding out there for someone like myself, and so I have to be more creative.
Bluntly, it's the old catch-22 situation. To get the funding, you need a specimen. But to get a specimen, you need the money.
Anytime we maintain a belief in something that doesn't exist, we run the risk of putting our resources somewhere that is not valid, spending time and effort and resources and all these things to study something that doesn't have any merit. For example, spend money on something that we believe in when it really doesn't. That's money that could be spent on something that's valuable.
I think my challenge, and most of the challenge of cryptozoologists like myself now, to really exist is financial. During the age of discovery for zoology, you had people out there in the jungles and the Himalayas and other areas around the world, and they were mostly being funded by zoological societies, by museums, to go on these hunts for new animals. If you look at what's happened today to funding, almost all of the cryptozoological expeditions or excursions are really funded by documentary film on TV, corporations making full-length features, and that really changes the way cryptozoology looks at its field.
Well, the media can have a dramatic impact, and it can be either positive or negative.
An enduring American legend continues to make some scientists investigate, while many say it's just that, a legend.
Yeah, we're talking about Sasquatch or Bigfoot.
This field is really looked at as a joke, and it's looked at for joke stories, and that's very unfortunate.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey, you want to ride? It's okay. We're sorry. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy.